So this is Dr. Melissa Saunders, who, in my opinion, you're a rock star.
Thank
I've known you for a couple years now. I've known you for a couple years now. You're doing amazing work. You have a message. You're serving your purpose. You're a doctor. You're a mom. You're a husband. I mean, this is the combination of being a rock star.
I'm a wife.
Did I say husband? You're not a husband. You're a wife. You are the definition of a rock star.
Thank you.
So, share with us, just really briefly, in your journey to helping people with fasting and keto and your whole STEMnotic program that you preach and teach, working with women. What are like some ninja moves for women? Because it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. I think a couple things that are really important for women with, I guess I'll start with fasting first.
Game changer, yeah?
Yeah. Fasting is huge. So fasting with our cycles is really important to do correctly, and it's a game changer for our hormones and our cycles.
Yeah.
So I have women that are still experiencing their menstruation cycle. I do 3 to 5 days of increased carbohydrates leading up to your cycle, and then on day 1 you fast.
This is absolutely a game changer.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. I think you said something that struck a chord. I'm pretty sure it was you. You said, "Why has no one ever taught women how to eat while on their cycle?" Or food is medicine, right?
Our panel was talking about that, and it's huge because a lot of the things that we're looking at, when we're looking at certain numbers and blood chemistry and things like that, it really hasn't been talked about that women need to fast differently or feast differently or incorporate diet variation differently in order to balance our hormones. There's certain foods that we need to focus on mid-cycle and before our cycle, and especially for women doing ketosis.
This is a bit of one of those moments.
Yeah, and so especially for women doing ketosis and fasting, there's certain foods that we just absolutely have to work in that you wouldn't typically have, in a ketogenic lifestyle. So things like sweet potatoes, some dried fruits, some citrus fruits, some progesterone or estrogen-rich foods are really, really important for us, and so we need to add those in. And we need insulin for our hormone conversions. So
I'm so happy that you brought that up.
Yeah.
This is something, for me, when I first started learning this 2 years ago, that completely transformed my life because of my wife. And I said, "Sweetie, let's just do this. Let's try this." Completely changed her life, and then she can serve other people with that message.
Sure.
That's definitely a ninja move.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good ninja move.
That's a big one.
I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
So as a mom and as a busy practicing doctor who is sharing your message, how do you raise your family?
As far as what? Anything?
Yeah.
We raise our kids like they're superhumans. We want them
to raise them like they're superhumans.
Yes. And
from day one.
What I mean by that is, not that my kids are any more talented or dramatically different than any other children, but we raise them with that in mind, that this is where you're meant to be. You're meant to play on a high level.
Health is default.
You're meant to feel really, really good. And so if you don't, then let's figure out, what are you not getting that you need, or what are you getting too much of that you don't need? And so, from the get-go, they're very empowered. Like if they get a cold, what does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean your body's failing you. It means you're expressing health, and what can we do to support that? And thank God you're getting this stuff out of you, and what is your body asking for right now? And if they feel sluggish or tired, it's not like their body's failing them. My body needs rest, so how do I honor that?
It's a beautiful mindset shift.
Yeah, I think that, at least in our generation, I think a lot of us were taught that, or the generation before us in particular, our bodies can be designed to fail. So there went my knee, and so I need a knee replacement, or there went my ankle.
Or I have bad knees.
Yes, I have bad knees. Yeah, when people say that.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy. Like, no, you have great knees, so what are your knees asking for that they're not getting?
How can we build you up?
Yeah. So we call them superhumans all the time. Like, you're amazing superhumans, and what do you need today in order to feel that way? Or what are you missing? What are you lacking?
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Respecting the body for what it is.
Yeah.
So that it can be its best.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What would you say to someone who's on the fence? Like, I've heard about keto, I've heard about this, and I heard it's bad or it's not for me. Like, what's one, what would you say to them?
Keto, I know you keep saying the word game changer, is definitely a game changer. Ketosis and fasting used correctly, right? So the variation is really important. But when our brain becomes more metabolically flexible, and we basically teach it, you know, if there's glucose around, you can use glucose. If there's not glucose available, if you're not getting these food and snacks in all the time, allowing your body to clear out toxins and teaching your body whatever fuel is there, whether it's glucose or ketones, that it can use either one really well. That's really what metabolically flexible means. Yeah. The way that your brain feels and functions and thrives is it becomes essentially limitless. And so, you know, whether or not someone wants to stick to the ketogenic or the fasting lifestyle, I recommend everybody tries it, because the changes in your brain, like you know, as a mom of 3 kids, traveling once a month, East Coast, West Coast, sometimes twice a month. I'll take the red eye home tonight. I will land in New Jersey at 5 a.m. tomorrow, and I will go right into a full day with the kids, right into a full work week. Yeah. And I'm totally fine doing that because of these tools. So they're powerful tools. And again, I think no matter what you decide to do with them, everybody knowing what it feels like when you use them is so incredibly important. And the research that we're finding with, like, you know, certain conditions and autoimmune diseases and, you know, chronic Lyme, which I also have or had, cancer, you know, the studies with ketosis and fasting and the impact, to know how to master that system, God forbid you ever got diagnosed with something, so you're like, I know exactly what to do and I know exactly how to do it, is so huge.
So you bring up something, you know, it's don't wait until you're there.
Yeah.
Start now.
Yeah.
Create metabolic flexibility.
Yeah.
So that you have this weapon, this secret superhuman power that God gave us.
Yeah.
Start now. Get flexible. I tell people it's like going on vacation.
Yeah.
I want to go on vacation to a beach and I want to have options. I could do nothing.
Right.
I could sit here and read.
Right.
I could go play. I could go swim. Options are great.
Right.
Our brain has that option to run on fuel sources, so let's use it. Let's get flexible.
Yeah, so don't wait until you need it. And you might not even realize how badly you need it. So there's certain things that I think people just think are normal. Like, I need a nap in the afternoon. At 3 o'clock, I have an energy slump. Yeah. Those things aren't normal.
Those are signs.
Yes, my hormones are out of whack. I get headaches, I get moody, I get food cravings. Those things aren't normal.
Check engine lights.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. So I think, too, for a lot of people, when they tap into these systems, it's like, whoa, this is how I could feel.
I so appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Of course, yeah.
I know you dropped some serious bombs there.
Oh, thanks.
And it's amazing for people to hear this.
Yes.
And people like
well,
you.
Thanks for
inspiring.
spreading the word, for sure. Thank you.
Thanks for taking a few moments to do that for us.